they knew that it was wrong to interrupt me in the last video and do all the things I did. So I'm going to start off by saying, obviously, the big three races do not convey the Spirit of God. They are in the worldly Pluto, meaning the rich, energy of this world, and they operate to the best of their ability to snake me out of my rightful place while mocking me, tormenting me, and giving me a hard time. So they are banned from martial arts on the highest level more than anyone else, but everyone else is banned, with a special emphasis on them for their consistent snaking and using their money and their groups to try to cheat me to the best of their ability while torturing me. Okay, which ultimately cheated all of humanity, and martial arts is to order. So this video is about the process of summoning evil energies to crush them. Haru, son of Ra, hair war, okay, air war, air where? Where means the great one. The great heir, Haru, son of Ra, the heir of the spiritual world, and not this corporate trash with their corporate sluts and this material piece of shit. Her African war, Haru, son of Ra. Number 1, martial. Martial meaning to order and to arrange. The Avenger is mad about the interference when one is trying to convey the Spirit of God, right? And we see this quite often with the whites and the Jews in the black community, and to some degree with Asians, insisting that martial arts should be done their way. Okay, the interference. And ultimately this prevents women from seeing the African true heir of God, the Biafran, the airy son of God, from getting his rightful place and the admiration of potential wives, which would ultimately help in the marshaling of the Spirit of God to everyone else for obvious reasons. The Avenger is mad about this. Okay, this is not occurring. That is why Set, who is despicable, childish, whiny little brat, is being crushed by a much superior creation of God, Horus. Okay, Horus, son of Ra. Okay, not Horus, the old man with tits flapping with some kind of silly cartoon face, but the true martial art heir of God's kingdom. And I'm the last. I promise you that. There can be no other unless everyone obeys, and I'm almost positive that they will not obey to the point where I'm satisfied that I can promise you that. All right, so through, it's, even if I had a son, he would be profane, void of spirit. I have to raise him myself in the true spirit, and we are too too late in the game for that. So what we see here is, number 1, again, is marshaling, marshal, to order, to arrange. The Avenger is mad about the conveyance of raw spirit not occurring through reproduction. Okay, the female who's pregnant, her name is Bat, right? You have Set, who's obsessed with her butt and tits. He's a little boy that never grew up. And everyone's not obeying. And we see this in Western culture where everyone goes to strip clubs and acts like bitches, and they have no excuse, for not obeying the divine order. They'll never obey the divine order, but they'll always keep acting like bitches. So this is not a phase. This is who they are. Of course, he's mad at scientists, okay, artists, right? People who pretend to be martial artists, brute force UFC guys, grapplers, etc. Psychologists, chemists, especially men in Set, the followers of men in Set. Okay, he's infuriated by how far it has gotten, with attractive females having bad judgment, okay, and unattractive females engaged, trying to prey on handsome heroes. Okay, so that's the first. This is the first kind of process, right? This is where everyone else is disqualified immediately, okay, because they miss the point of where it starts. It starts with God and in this martial arts process. No one else is even close to it but me. Number 2, they're raised, this guy is raised with his father's martial arts striking, whether he is spanking him with his shoe or whether he is hitting him with the atmosphere or all the above. The discipline and conveyance of the true spirit of Ra's law and righteousness, okay, the true spirit of restoring the divine order. This is not the gospel. You can burn every religious book out there, because it is garbage compared to what I'm saying. It doesn't come close to telling you what you need to do. Okay, it's garbage. Get rid of it. All the people who read these books act like bitches and worship the devil. What good are they? You know them by their works. You see a bunch of Luciferian American filth and Western garbage, pushing it on weak-minded pussies from third world nations or underdeveloped nations. Okay, that's the works of it. They're bitches. Of course they are. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Number 3. So first, obviously, is the martial art order to arrange what he's mad about in the first place. This is the conveyance of the world is evil. God is not gay. He's not happy. He's not trying to be friends with anybody. He's trying to force them to do his fucking will. God is not there to be your friend. You know, he's not there to help you with your role play sex cult bitch shit. Okay, he's not there to help you roofie bitches in fraternities and turn them out into soulless harlots to shun heroes like they're fucking friends and every attractive female in America. That's what he's not here. That's not what he's here for. Okay. So anyway, moving on. The Father conveys the thing, and then number 3, the brain and the unconscious, the subconscious. The mind retains the lessons, and he stumbles through life, cheated by pure evil, people rebelling against God. Of course, why are they doing this? Of course, they're less evolved. I went over that before. Brain function, evolution, the moral and natural alpha martial art direction. Okay, the African source. The people who overlook it, right? If they overlook the African source, you can just automatically throw them out. Fuck are you talking about? You're talking about martial arts, and you're not even bringing up Africa. You know, you're getting people to stop at Japan or China or America. What are you get them out of here? What the fuck's he talking about? You know, you're talking about martial arts, and you're talking about it's a Brazilian capoeira. Get him out of here. You're talking about capoeira in Angola, and you're not going to the king of the martial arts structure, the Ari. Get him out of here. Fuck you talking about? You're talking about child's play. You're not talking about martial arts. You're talking about some Greco-Roman, Greek tragedy, homosexual pederastry, Aleister Crowley, Hollywood bitch shit. Get it the fuck out of here. Real men have no time for that despicable bitch shit. Moving on. Number 3. The brain and the unconscious and the subconscious mind retains the lessons that his Father has conveyed to him with the Spirit, and he stumbles through life cheated by pure evil people rebelling against God. Okay? The heartbreak is the main problem he faces as he's starting to find himself, right? God is anger at the lack of pure love and Lucifer's attempt to fool people. This is how God comes into this world. That's why it ends with me, because I don't raise a child in an obedient cult center or something like this. Instead, they're going to all act like bitches and pretend they're important, like sniveling, whiny little fucking pink cartoon pussies right, left, and middle all over the world. Number 4, martial arts. This is the 4th point. The first point is martial, is into order and what he's mad about and why. The second point is he's raised with his father's martial arts strikings. The third point is the brain, unconscious, subconscious mind, and the heartbreak. The 4th point, okay, and I'm going to pack it all in this point and wrap this up, is the martial arts. He summons the negative energy that is adverse to Haru, son of Ra. He visualizes what this energy is, right? It is the energy that is adverse to restoring the divine order. If you're not restoring the divine order, you're helping rape cult people, trick people as to what they should look into for in a man. That's why spirit is a play on words for actually spirit, for spirit. No, you're not supposed to spare it. Or pair-I. Okay, what spirit you're in. If you spare evil by not telling the truth and restore the martial art order, you are a Luciferian bitch at best. Okay, it's apparent. Okay, the spirit essence, right? Where does this come from? It's obvious. Okay, even in this form, right? Everyone's acting like such bitches. The contrast between me, even though I'm drugged and sabotaged, and the next person is extremely great. I've seen my videos as I'm drugged. I've seen my videos before, and I see these people acting like bitches, and I'll put the pictures at the end to prove my point. There is no body that comes close to mine. There is no martial art fucking challenge that comes close to mine. There is no quote-unquote demonstration. Their demonstration, right? They're showing their demons getting mad at people who stray from the demonic Babylonian system arts, and I'm showing you the true spirit of God striking with some fucking sabotage, you know, slightly blocking the conveyance in videos that have been slowed down. Okay, so you have the martial art spirit striking. So as I summon this negative energy, and I summon it out, and I push it forward, right, with an emphasis on the heart, and it's like this black sort of evil, black, red. Usually it's black and it's kind of spots in the sky, and I visualize a demon face somewhere, and then I spirit strike it in a martial arts way, like you would spar against an opponent. This is why it is insane to not include sparring in the process of determining who the top martial artist is. This is also why there's no excuse. There's no way around it. Okay? Anyway, so Martin Luther King is a point of reference, but I would caution you at using this hymn at making a mistake here. Okay, he's a big guy who's not in martial arts shape, making a big fuss, and there's some semblance of the energy of righteousness and not the Spirit of God from what I gather, but we see the kind of reflection of this thing because he's somewhat related to the Igbo cult center of Ari, which is the martial art core conveyance. And when I look at myself now, I look at Martin Luther King, he pales in comparison. He is not the sabotage hero who's been drugged and harassed in this particular way his whole life. He's just this kind of basic, kind of big guy who had a lot of support. I have no support. You know, when you factor in everything, there's a huge difference between me and him, even in this form that I'm in now.